Okay, I think it's recording. Should be. I don't know when the numbers are. When it's... Oh, there it is. I see it. Hello, welcome to the channel. This is Throw the Knife. I will be doing a deck profile. I told you these were coming back. So I tried to record this earlier, went completely wrong, and because of that, and I had a bit of money left over, I bought a new phone to hopefully get the thing across better. I might have to re-record this a third time, depending on if you can hear me or not. Hopefully you can. So I don't have to do this a third time. Anyway, this is, as you can tell by the bottom, is a kaiju relinquished or relinquished kaiju, whichever order I put it in the title. Ooh. I've wanted this deck for a while, but as you can tell by the fact I got a new phone, I got paid recently, and I was finally able to afford the last few cards I needed. So whoop whoop, let's get into the deck profile. First things first, we have the kaiju engine, which I'm just going to put the kaijus themselves down because you know what they do. We're not worrying about their kaiju counter effects because there's going to be no kaiju counters. So I'm just putting down the kaijus as I'm speaking. And these are the ones we're going to run at what order. So that is the kaiju engine. I think it's fairly simple enough. If you know how kaijus work, you can sort of have an idea why I'm running which ones at what amounts. Main reason being is I've got a fair few of the high attack point ones because it's a relinquished kaiju deck, not just a kaiju deck. Next, we're going to go into the relinquished side of things. So we have our triple Manju of the Thousand Hands because it's a ritual deck. So obviously you want to be able to search the ritual spell and the ritual monster. Next, we're running 3 Millennium Eyes Illusionist. Green Ultra because that was the rarity I pulled, but obviously it doesn't matter the rarity. It's probably cheaper to get the new reprints of it anyway. So boom. Basically it's a hand trap that allows you to equip to a relinquished or a restrict monster, which is really good. So it's a hand trap version of stealing a monster, and it also gets itself back from the grave if a relinquished is summoned. So it comes straight back as a hand trap, and obviously you can use it to just ritual into the relinquished, get it back to hand, and then hand trap immediately. It's really nice. Talking of relinquished, we're running 3 of that bad boy for the sheer fact of, well, he's like the main boss monster of the main deck. So you do want him. Next we're going into spells. We've got 3 allures because as you can tell there's a fair few dark types. Obviously if you want to run a different draw power you can. I just wouldn't recommend many of them because all the pots are kind of bad in this deck. So I mean depends what you want to run. Next we have the 3 ritual spells for the relinquished. Can't go wrong with the 3 relinquished ritual spells. Of course you're going to need it. Then 1 foolish and 1 instant fusion. Reason being is obviously the foolish burial is to send like your illusionist to grave, and the instant fusion is to go into an extra deck monster you would think you can summon normally in this deck, but you cannot unless you want to run a really terrible card. So to make life easier, I've just run the instant fusion. I'm only running 1 of that monster, even though you kind of want to be able to run 3, but you can only run 1 because it's an instant fusion target at the moment. Next we have our interrupted kaiju slumbers at 3. Reason being is the amount of kaijus I've got. So being able to clear the board and give myself a stronger kaiju, or them the stronger kaiju if I've got relinquished on field, is advantageous to no end. Next we have our 3 pre-preps, just so we can search the ritual spell and the ritual monster at any time pretty much. It's really nice, generic searcher. And obviously you can't run that in every ritual deck because not all the ritual spells specify what ritual monster they want, so it's quite nice. Next we have our 3 relinquished fusions, also in green ultras, because yet again I just happened to pull the green version of the ultras. But this is basically your polymerization for the deck in a good way. And our finale, super polymerization at 3. Reason being is we have 2 generic super poly targets in the extra, plus the super poly is very useful in any relinquished deck because of Millennium Eyes Restrict. it basically allows you to just fuse your opponent's monster into a Millenniumize Restrict, and obviously that's like your big bad monster of the entire deck, so it's always good. So yeah, that's the main. We're now going to move into the extra. This is where the video cut out last time, but it won't because I've got better memory here. Woo! So, 3 Millenniumize, because as I said, it's the boss monster of the deck. So basically, Millenniumize allows you to... it's basically a call by, a Relinquished. It's it's many things. It's such a good card. It's a Thousand Eyes Restrict too, in a sense. It's a very good card. You always want this at 3 if you can. And because you can fusion summon it without having to have specific things other than Relinquished, you can run 3 without having to be the instant fusion target, which is lovely. Unlike... what can I say about Thousand Eyes Restrict? If it didn't have a specific in Thousand Eyes Idol, it would be good. I would run it at 3. But because it requires Thousand Eyes Idol, and Thousand Eyes Idol is a vanilla level 1 with 0 attack and 0 defense monster, never run it. Never run Thousand Eyes Idol. Thousand Eyes Restrict is a good card, but because of that one factor, you only run it for the instant fusion target. Next we have our Starving Venoms, which are the super poly targets. Obviously, everyone knows what that combo is. Basically, fuse 2 of your opponent's dark monsters, and then because I've got the kaijus, there's actually a dark kaiju I can give them to go into Starving Venom easier. Then we have our 3 Relinquished Animas. Basically, it's the Relinquished Link 1 that allows you to basically have another Relinquished on the field. Again, it's worth running at 3. And then we have our Link Karibo, because a lot of the deck is level 1s, and obviously Link Karibo is very good. Next we have our Almirage, which means you can get rid of any normal summon monster, like probably your Millenniumize Illusionist from the field, or your Manju, because your Manju can't do anything after it's summoned. And then what that allows you to do is basically just go, haha, I can negate a destruction. Ha ha ha. Although I don't think you can use it for Manju actually, because I think Manju's got too much attack. But yeah, it's quite nice for that. Then we have our Wee Witch, because the entire deck is dark types. And then we have ourselves a nice little Nightmare Engine. I mean, I'm tempted, because I do have an IP Masquerainer to replace Wee Witch with IP, so I can have the IP and the Unicorn combo. But obviously, I'm not 100% sure on that one at the moment, because I might be running it in a different deck. So, who knows? Anyway, that is Relinquished Kaiju, or Kaiju Relinquished. I think it's going to be Relinquished Kaiju though, because it sounds better. I hope you guys enjoyed. The camera's been going because my hand movements, but oh well. Hope you guys enjoyed. I hope the camera quality wasn't too bad, because this is my first time using this, and I hope the sound quality is also very good, because obviously, again, first time I'm using this. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you in the next video, which I think I know what it's going to be, but I'm not 100% sure right now, so see you then. Ta-ta, guys.